Play with it. You might. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, they're ending this and they're telling them, okay, here's your shit. Go on. They didn't write him a ticket and they moved on. I don't know if they wrote him a ticket or not. I don't know. I just know he was afraid to talk. And most of these cops are just straight up ignoramuses. They're ignorant. They don't know the law. You all right, man? Sorry they did that to you, man. That was clearly unconstitutional what they did. Clearly. You want to say anything to the camera or you want to leave it be? Don't let these people fear you.
Nah, man.
Or don't be scared of them.
That's a probation violation right there.
Well, no, not real. Not when you're engaged in a Now, you see, if this was edited, I would have retracted that, and all you would have heard from this point right here, clear watch. You want to say anything to the camera or you want to leave it be? Don't let these people. Now, if this ain't something to be worried about, this should show you the prior restraint that's going on right now. Do you guys see this? Do you see this? They just said that my video is now unavailable. What did they do? What did they do? They said my video, I was uncut. I was putting out the truth. And this is what happens. I told you that Wyandotte, for some reason, has a special thing. And judge, if you're not a part of this, good. You'll show that on the 7th. Okay. But this right here, this is garbage. And you know it. And I know it. I'm not muted. Can everybody hear me right now? Give me a 1. I have no choice but to wait for you. I can't play the video because this video is unavailable. They took my freaking video from me. Thank God I have backup with 15 terabytes. Let me go to D in my shit. We'll pull this back up. I'll be right back. Excuse me. Okay, where was we? There we go. We'll just simply do this. You guys see this? Yeah. We'll simply go from this to this right here. Pull that dope fiend move on me. Yeah, I think you are. Starting from the beginning, I'll just let it play out. I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah. He's trying to tell me to get out of here. That's okay. We'll back up.
You're gonna suppress
So they got this shit back
me.
up.
You can't take this from me. This is going off my shit. Now what?
You haven't seen me in a while. So let's go give them what they want. Go keep an eye on them. Take that off. Come on. Let's go see what's up. So they had one in code as I was coming out.
Did you see that, Brian? Did you see that, guys? I ain't using up all my shit. I'm not gonna use up all my notifications. We'll just start it all over again. I won't say nothing.
You know you're on private property.
Watch right here. The dog attacks him, lunges at him. He walks back. I know everybody sees that.
So they got the dog going around the car.
Yeah, now what? You ain't taking shit from me.
Dog's only got an attitude problem.
I don't think that was YouTube, guys.
I had to put mine down for doing that.
I think that was a request straight from the government.
Sounds like you're being a little disobedient.
Because this is the Fourth Amendment violation right here. This is against the law. The prior restraint, all of it. It's all
He's
against the law.
attacking. He's just mean. I think I've seen him going after them cops over there. Them two cops standing there, see them? On the other side? Parking lot? Pizza King parking lot? Me too. I got it on video that that cop, he turned down the cop. So they use that. See, I'm a professional when it comes to dogs. I knew that dog was disobedient to begin with, and they're using that to get him out of the car, which you'll have video evidence for.
Audio. Good. By the way, that phone call right there was by a Michigan State police trooper looking out for me, telling me that they're going to retaliate.
So the dog latched out at a couple officers over there, and then he latched out at the door, which is a sign of disobedience. It's not a sign of obedience, it's a sign of disobedience. My present Canario, I had to teach him at a very young age not to do that. Tear them little German shepherds up, eat them for lunch. But I know disobedience when I see it. So they went off a disobedient dog to get this guy to violate this guy's Fourth Amendment right. They used a disobedient dog to do so. Don't come over here giving me no directives. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I don't want to talk. Don't talk to me.
What's your name?
I don't want no consensual contact with you.
What's your name, sir?
As long as I stay 10 feet from you, I'm good.
What's your reason to be out here?
PTFO, sucker.
What's that mean?
Figure it out. Call your chief and ask him. He knows what it means.
Are you here to go to Pizza Hut? You buying a pizza? Is
Maybe.
that what you're doing?
Maybe.
All right. What's your name?
See, he was trying to find a purpose, see if I was loitering or not.
So in the city of Wyandotte, we have an alley use regulate.
I don't give a shit.
All right.
I'm not in the alley. I'm on private property, dickhead.
You're just in the alley.
It doesn't matter. Here, I'll step in it again. Watch this.
Yeah.
Go back out. Step in it again. Go back out. Watch this. You see that?
As everybody knows,
Get that tyrant.
I pulled in the alley to go step.
you're in
2-year law degree.
You see that? You see this right here behind him? There's 2 parking spots behind this building where I was going to park. That's where I was going.
For a little 6
But
months.
they were in the way.
Violation of Wyandotte
No, I'm not.
being back here.
Ordinance is an infringement. I'm in a constitutionally protected activity, homie. Go on with your game. I'm the press. Get out of here.
You're the press. Do you have a press ID?
I sure do, but I'm not showing your tyrant ass.
No?
And you ain't gonna put your hands on me either.
All right, sir.
Look up State versus Mobley. I'll defend myself. Yeah, Adam Denlincher. Say it right, you fucking moron. It doesn't matter, you pignoramus. You can't ticket me.
How do you spell that, sir?
Pignoramus. You see, the ordinance that they would give me going in and out while I'm in a constitutionally protected activity, that's not how it works. The Constitution says, Section 6, Clause 2, any state law that affects a federal law supersedes all state law. Read it for yourself. You fucking drew an oath to it. And by the way, the F word is constitutionally protected as well. He wants to play his little game. I'll play his little game. Sorry about that. My throat's all stripped, so I got to raise my voice when a tyrant approaches me. Tyrants don't like to be approached. They hate it. They don't like the law either. For some reason, 8301, any state legislator, any judicial.
Here we go again. What's going on with this? Hold up. What the hell? What the is going on? What the hell? They're doing it again. You guys say you think this is a coincidence? Do you think this is a coincidence, man? I'm not intimidated, man. I'm not intimidated, man. If anything, I am going to double down. And I will triple down, and I will quadruple down until one of us is dead. You guys are not going to get away with this. You're not going to get away with this. Now, let's go to D. I thought that if I just went to where it was downloaded on my other Wolverine channel, that that would work. So now we will go to part D in my tower, and clicking on it now. I'm doing it while we're talking. And here we go. Now it's in Windows. Everybody's going to see that this is in Windows. And I might as well share it in Windows too. Yep, because you see how I had to do that? Now you see the Windows. See that? This is all in Windows now. See that? Okay. I don't know how they did the first time, but they did it. They're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it, man. And I'm not putting up with this shit. Anyway, it just don't surprise. Does this surprise anybody? See, suppressing somebody so far. Ross Jones, when you get this, you're going to see it for yourself. They're literally going to networks and having liberal networks shut down my speech. Well, this one, let's just go back to where we was. I'm not gonna sweat this. Why sweat this, right? I don't need to sweat this shit. Let's go. Judge DeSano, I hope you're not involved in this, and I hope you set the record straight. And I hope you see the deception in policing, because they're in other offices in your building. They're making phone calls and they're trying to get my shit down. They're just taking it down using the government. That's a Michigan State trooper calling me, telling me that video was going to get messed with. And I didn't believe them, because it really didn't get messed with. They messed with me at your courtroom and gaslit me, knowing all my problems, counter-reacted me to get me to act a certain way, and they did it, right? And then I cleared that up last night. And thank you for all the super chats. I appreciate that. And the goal, we'll do that again tonight, because I'm going to show you guys something. I want you to look at this. You guys think that this is not a predetermined outcome? They got a predetermined outcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's right here. See it? See that? It's an open file, opened balance. There's a balance of $250 for this hearing that hasn't happened on the 9th yet. Why? I don't care if that's their operating standard procedure or not. This shows that this is what they're going to want. This is why they're going to find me responsible. They want this money. That's why they were messing with the guy. They want the revenue. Those site numbers that you're looking at right there, you see these site numbers up here? Those site numbers, you see these site numbers? They don't have to share any of this money with the state or the county because it becomes the ordinance. You see that? Tell me, tell me that these people ain't perpetrating a fraud. Tell me they ain't. I'm gonna win. And I'm not gonna worry about it. There you go again. Okay, good. That was just the one from the last one. Good enough. Because you see that was this is the Windows one, and that other one was see that? That other one was the YouTube one where I had it downloaded on YouTube. All right, moving forward.
It's all good. So the dog latched out at a couple officers over
What was the eyes for there, Patricia?
there. And then he latched out at the door, which is a sign of disobedience. It's not a sign of obedience, it's a sign of disobedience. My present Canario, I had to teach him at a very young age not to do that. Tear them little German Shepherds up, eat them for lunch. But I know disobedience when I see it. So they went off a disobedient dog to get this guy, to violate this guy's Fourth Amendment right. They used a disobedient dog to do so. Don't come over here giving me no directives. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. I don't want to talk. Don't talk to me.
What's your name?
I don't want no consensual contact with you.
What's your name, sir?
As long as I stay 10 feet from you, I'm good.
What's your reason to be out here?
You hear my intent. I have no intent to commit any crimes against the police. None. I want to stay away from them. I don't want to talk to them at all. I don't want to have any contact with them. If I do, I'll ask questions.
PTFO, sucker.
What's that mean?
That means push the fudge on.
Figure it out. Call your chief and ask him. He knows what it means.
I just didn't understand the eyes there, Patricia. You want to explain them for me? Because I don't understand.
Are you here to go to Pizza Hut? You buying a pizza? Is
Maybe.
that what you're doing?
Maybe.
All right. What's your name?
Nanya.
Also, in the city of Wyandotte, we have an alley use regulate.
I don't give a shit.
All right.
I'm out in the alley. I'm on private property, dickhead.
You're just in the alley.
It doesn't matter. Here, I'll step in it again. Watch this.
Yeah.
Go back out. Step in it again. Go back out. Watch.
You guys, this is so sad that I have to keep doing this. This is sad. Going in and out of a line from private property to city property to our property, you know, it's just getting old, man. It's just old. Just watching the live stream this morning. Putin. Putin Tang. Thomas says. Gotcha.
You see that?
Yeah.
Get a good look at that tyrant.
Yeah.
I got a fucking
So you're in
2-year
violation-
law degree against your little 6 months.
You're in violation of Wyandotte.
No, I'm not.
Being back here.
Ordinance is an infringement. I'm in a constitutionally protected activity, homie. Go on with your game. I'm the press. Get out of here.
You're the press. You have a press ID?
I sure do, but I'm not showing your tyrant ass.
No?
And you ain't gonna put your hands on me either.
All right, sir.
Look up State versus Mobley. I'll defend.
Your Honor, they have been unfriendly to me when they told me to get out of a crash site after 15 freaking people was standing in a crash site last year. Okay. And they're the ones that were making themselves look like the asses. All I did was defend myself. And then you had the chief call me out my name by pronouncing my name with the 3 syllables that he's using. That is not my name. And then he continues to say dumb shit like dumblinger. Okay. So it shows all your bias, man. And that's the top guy at your department. And you expect me not to be combative against you people? Any of you police officers, you got to let me know and say, hey, Wolvie, what happened between you and them has nothing to do with us, man. And I want a good relationship with us. So please don't think that I'm judging you with that. Make that known right away, and we won't have no problems.
Myself. Yeah, Adam Denlinger. Say it right, you fucking moron. It doesn't matter, you pignoramus. You can't ticket me.
How do you spell that, sir?
Pignoramus. You see, the ordinance that they would give me going in and out while I'm in a constitutionally protected activity, that's not how it works. The Constitution says, Section 6, Clause 2, any state law that affects a federal law supersedes all state law. Read it for yourself. You fucking drew an oath to
There
it.
it is. You can
And by the
see
way,
it.
the F word
There it
is constitutionally protected as well.
You see it? There's the evidence. Moving on. Moving on.
He wants to play his little game. I'm gonna play his little game.
Them are all federal
Sorry about
rights,
that,
man.
My throat's all stripped, so I got to raise my voice when a tyrant approaches me. Tyrants don't like to be approached. They hate it. They don't like the law either. For some reason,
They don't. I just told them the law.
8301, any state.
So, in other words, I could go up to a guy that's about to commit robbery and tell him, look, man, I just got out of prison for bank robbery. Don't do it. Please don't do it. You're going to hurt yourself. And he'd look at me and say, hell no. Why should I talk to you? You're an ex-con. I don't got no respect for you. And then do it anyway. And then him go get caught. That's what this is turning out to be. They think that I'm trash. And it's actually them deflecting. It's them being trash. It's them gaslighting. It's them being trash. They're trying to make me look crazy and make me feel like I'm crazy. And then getting into my YouTube, cutting off my live streams. Are you fucking joking me?
Legislator, any.
What's next, man? What's next? I feel threatened. My life is I feel like I literally feel like these people are going to try to kill me.
Judicial or elective officer has to obey the supreme law of the land and wars against his constitutional oath when he undertakes to support it. Aaron V. Cooper.
There it is. Read it and wait.
That's right. Treason. It carries 5 years. Keep fucking with me, man. No.
There it is.
Right now I'm in
There's
protest.
the law.
I don't like it when somebody
just
gives me an
backing up.
unlawful order.
I'm backing up everything I'm
Using
saying.
the law to try to use prior restraint against the press. You can't do that. One arm out guy out here that don't pose a threat to nobody. I got all their commanding officers on the record stating that they know that I'm not a threat.
But they're a threat to me now. Some of these officers are a threat to me. Look what they're doing. They're literally coming into my personal network and having my video taken off that network. Low dimes, why don't you have a mod? What's up with that? Oh, you're on the other one. That's because you're on the other one. Come in, Wolverine Transparency.
Hope he does. To give me a reason to go to record in the courtroom.
Do you hear me, low dimes?
Their judge is not a tyrant down here. He'll give me permission to record and make this guy a fool. Because not all these judges agree with these police officers. They don't. They got to deal with this bullshit every day. Just like cops got to deal with me every day. You know? You guys are annoying too, so I might as well be annoying to you. Because you're engaged in your you know what, when you're engaged in your duties, you don't have no rights. You're engaged in duties. See, I fucked up their case against this guy. Hey, look up Wolverine Transparency later. You'll see that this is unconstitutional because
there you go, low down.
So the dog was not in compliance. It attacked the two officers. It went towards them, and it almost attacked you with your window down. If you could kill me, would you?
Hey, Jonathan, I did my best to try to help you. I reached out to you. You know, I don't know a good time to call you. You haven't called me back, so I'm gonna assume that our business is concluded. I'm gonna go to the next person so I can help them. So, because I needed information from you, and I told you that last time. So, no. I love you. You know, you're my brother, man. I don't mind helping you, brother, but I called you twice and you didn't answer. So, I mean, you got to remember, man, the last talk that we had, the reason why they're doing that, I organically played it out on the telephone, how they're treating you. Okay. It's because of our lack of knowledge, and they hear it in us and they automatically take us for granted and they treat you like garbage, and it's bullshit. I'm trying to help you, bro. I don't want them doing that to you.
If you guys could literally point a gun at me and shoot me right now, would you do it?
I love you, brother. You've been with me from the beginning. I'll always love you, man.
Because that's what you could do with your dog. You know, you could choose to go by the dog that you know that's wrong, just like shooting me would be wrong.
Oh, you got to answer the phone so we can talk about it. I don't want to do it during a live stream, brother. You know what I mean?
But you might get away with it.
After the live stream, please call me. Thank you.
You might.
And like I said, if there's a time thing, if you can't, then you're going to have to make some time. So that way I can explain to you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to make this difficult, because how you explained it to me was very difficult, my brother. You got two different issues there, okay? And one's a FOIA request, and the other is a straight up fucking, I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's the way these people are playing me. They're doing the same shit to me as they're doing to you, making it a part of the record. If anything, they're using what you're saying against you instead of giving you the information that you asked for that you're entitled to in a FOIA request.
And most of these cops are just straight up ignoramuses. They're ignorant. They don't know the law.
All right, good. Thank you. I've helped so many people out, and I've been thanked so many times. And a lot of people stay. There's about 4 people that have contributed. One, the most, hasn't asked for anything from me, but there's 3 that has contributed to me and has given me, that paid for, paid for like 1/5 of StreamYards. You know how much I'm paying for StreamYards a year, guys? Just under $900. Okay. Sometimes I get a deal and I get it for 700 because I pay it all at once. Yeah. I got the big package, man, with all the memory. So that way I have not just C and D, I also have that. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
right, man. Sorry they did that to you, man.
Pay attention right here, guys.
That was clearly unconstitutional what they did. Clearly. You want to say anything to the camera, or you want to leave it be? Don't let these people fear you,
Nah, man.
or don't be scared of them.
That's a probation violation right there.
Well, no, not real. Not when you're engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. Right now, you're assembling because they're done with their stop. Yeah. Come on over here for a minute.
I told him to come over here for a minute and leave them, but these ignoramuses continue to follow me, and they continue to call me out my name, and I just wasn't hearing it. Oops.
Come here.
See how they keep calling me out that name that's not my name? I'm not going to answer to that. That's not my name.
Come here.
That would be the equivalent to me following them and say, "Hey, Officer Dickhead, Officer Dickhead, Officer Dickhead." You think he's going to turn around? You think he wants to respond to that? Shit. You calling me out my name, and then I turn around to this.
Hey, calm down.
You're obstructing.
I'm obstructing. No, I ain't taking that.
You see how they tried
I'm
to
not
set
taking
me
that.
up? They literally tried to set me up for obstruction.
Okay, you're not?
No, I ain't taking that. I didn't obstruct nobody. Look at you, shaking like Don
You're
Knotts.
not obstructing anything?
No, I ain't obstructing nothing.
No, I'm trying to give you your citation.
For what?
For alley use.
I need to bring Freaking out of fucking. I need to go pick him up and bring Freaking out of retirement, and let him take his aggressions out on these tyrants. Because we would, all 3 of us, we would just like rule this town easy.
Regulated and disruptive behavior.
Looking it up. Constitutionally protected activity. You cannot use a constitutionally protected activity and turn it into a crime.
Adam, we're just gonna leave it on-
I don't give a damn what you do. I'm going to show up and make all y'all. Give me your name and badge number. Give me your name.
And I don't want to be like this. I don't want it to be like this, ladies and gentlemen. I want these public servants to be the public servants that they are, not public servants that you have to be intimidated of because they want to go off an old deterrent called I'm the law and what I say goes. And they arbitrarily enforce laws, and they're forcing their feelings instead of law enforcement.
Badge number, fool. Hey, dickhead, give me your name and badge number. Yeah, that's right. See, the judge is going to see this, you fucking pigs. You guys are pieces of shit.
He just served me with a ticket, okay? It doesn't matter if his name's on the ticket or not. You need to identify by name and badge number.
Oh, I'm not going to do nothing. It's all constitutional.
You see, he's trying to criminalize my behavior right there. I'm in redress, and I speak like this all the time. And I have a right to be upset that what just happened. You're literally violating my civil rights.
Protected. I'm not worried about it. Fucking pigs. They think because Trump's in office that they're going to get something off of me.
And that's that. That was the end of it. I ended that there. Yeah. So that was the uncut version of that. Everything that happened after that doesn't matter because I had no more contact with the cops. So that's done. So from beginning to end, here's the beginning right here. Look, I go to the alley to go to that parking spot, and they tell me to go around.
He's trying to tell me to get out of here. That's okay.
So I back up, do my thing, and then it ends with this.
Taking that.
Okay, you're not?
No, I ain't taking that. I didn't obstruct nobody. Look at you, shaking like Don
You're
Knotts.
not obstructing anything?
No, I ain't obstructing nothing.
No, I'm trying to give you your citation
For what?
for alley use, regulated, and disruptive behavior.
Looking it up. Constitutionally protected activity. You cannot use a constitutionally protected activity and turn it into a crime.
Adam,
I don't give a damn what you do. I'm going to show up and make all y'all. Give me your name and badge number. Give me your name and badge number, fool. Hey, dickhead, give me your name and badge number. Yeah, that's right. See, the judge is going to see this, you fucking pigs. You guys are pieces of
You see,
shit.
instead of looking at me saying that they're pigs and they're pieces of shit, you know, the way they're acting, they're literally putting a charge on me, taxing me without representation, making me show up under duress. Because if I don't show up, judge, then you guys get to put a warrant out for my arrest, suspend my license, possibly when I'm driving down the street, you get to fucking pull me over and pound my truck, all that good stuff. And it's just bullshit, man. You know, it's all bullshit. And I have every right to speak the way I am in public, in the manner that I did. I'm not under a code of conduct. I'm not under a bargaining agreement. And I don't live in North Korea. Judge NATO or whatever her name is. I'm not trying to disrespect you. I don't know your name that well. And it's a good thing that I don't. I don't know you people because I'm not in your courtrooms. Anyways, I have every right to feel this way. It's very disruptive and disdainful behavior that they did. Disruptive behavior. We are in kindergarten. Oh, that's right. They're acting like kindergartners. Exactly. Exactly. See, you want to scrutinize my behavior with your badge, with your seal, a full municipality standing behind you, and then you go and waste the court's time with this bullshit and waste the judge's time. You think the judge seriously wants to hear this bullshit? You think she is sitting there just waiting for people to come in like me so she could just put her freaking smack her arm down on me? I think, look, I'm presuming that she's going to do the right thing here and see the constitutionality of this. And she's going to throw it out. That is what I'm seeing. Yeah, but I'm not trying to disrespect her. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not trying to disrespect. She hasn't disrespected me. Until she does, I'm going to give her her respect. You know what I mean? You don't look just like you think the whole city of Wyandotte, you think every police officer in the city of Wyandotte is a tyrant? I got a recording here. I could pull up a recording right now when I was calling him where he answered and he talked to me and he didn't even have to talk to me. I didn't call the desk. I called the back room where the officers hang out at. Okay, and let me show you something, man. Let me show you what they said. If I could find that conversation, I'll show you a decent cop that was, listening to me, that actually heard me out, that didn't act like the ass, that didn't act like an ass that day. Let me see. What time was that? Because I made a lot of phone calls that day. Mm, Stand by. I can't find it, but that Wyandotte cop, whoever he was, there's thousands of numbers here. I can't figure it out. I'm sorry, but I have it, and maybe one day we'll put it up, which I doubt we'll get to because I'll forget about it. And you know, this is just one of those live streams where it sucks. This live stream just sucks. I hate this fucking live stream. I hate what I had to go through in this live stream. I hate the fact that these people fucking went on Wolverine Cop Watch and Wolverine Transparency and stopped that fucking video. To where I had to go into Windows, which is a download, and get that fucking video. Anybody have anything to say to that? I mean, I'm almost embarrassed. I got a kick-ass studio. I got a decent growing channel. I know, and I can grow this channel into whatever I want to. And I can't believe the pettiness of somebody saying, you know what, let's mess with this guy so much where let's intimidate him. To the average person, that's intimidating. Give me a 1 if that wouldn't intimidate you. Meaning you're sitting there watching one of your videos that you created as a content creator and created it, and then they took it down. And then you go to another channel where you had it backed up, and then they take that one down right in the middle of a live stream. Isn't that intimidating? Give me a 1 if you'd be intimidated. I'm waiting on your response. It seems illegal, huh? That's your response? You don't think that's intimidating? You don't think that's an eye opener? You don't think that is going, if they're going way beyond the bounds, what do you think they could do physically to you? 1 and pissed. See, Jonathan gets it. Come on, tell me what you really think. This does not go. Look, I am not scared of these people, and I'm not going to stop. But it is intimidating enough to provoke me to wrath. Low Dime says very intimidating. That would most definitely be intimidating to me. See, you guys are getting it. If you're in the middle of a lawsuit and you get asked those questions and you say no, you just lost your fucking lawsuit. Well, if you're not scared, then you don't have no there's no punitive damages here. You don't have emotional distress. You don't um, you're it's not messing with your anxiety. You have no punitive damages at all. Dismissed. Have a good day. You see how that rolls? Or we'll just give you $1. I mean, come on. Think. Because I knew what the pigs would do. Yeah, exactly. I'm just so glad. Number one, I just want to say this because I think it's appropriate. A shout out to Lincoln Park Police Department. They are a good police department. They have their faults. Nobody's perfect, but they're growing and they're emerging, and in the face of adversity, they are maturing. All right. Same thing with Southgate. Southgate's one of the best downriver freaking police departments we have when it comes to professionalism. I'm not saying that they don't have tyrants. I'm just telling you they're more professional. Okay. Because there's tyranny everywhere. I mean, sometimes you could just look in the mirror and see a tyrant, guys. And that's the truth, if you're being honest with yourself. The difference is that you didn't swear an oath to protect nobody and you didn't sign a code of conduct and you're not getting paid. Okay. A lot of people out there, they have opinions that are very, very disruptive. And it's all because of sin. It's just bad. I feel so bad for this country. You don't have to be intimidated by intimidating methods. Do not help them with their goal. Whether this situation is intimidating or not, I could say, I'm not it. I'm not in it. Okay, fine. That's cool. That's cool. So if you got a court case pending and you're under them and you got about a $500 that you don't have in your pocket that you don't want to give them, right? Because you did see that, right? My brother, you did see that, correct? Did you see that, man, or not? Did you see it? You see that? The hearings next month, but there's a balance on that already. 250. The hearings next month. See that? There's a balance on that already. What, you think that that's not predetermined? That's very intimidating. That doesn't make you a coward. That doesn't make you, Sherman. If anything, it's going to give me a boner, and I gotta put it somewhere. That's when I start getting deviant. Figuratively, for those people that are fucking, rats and like to call the police and change the narrative. Do you get it now, Thomas? I'm not gonna, you don't know. Look, if you know me, you know I'm not scared of any of their intimidating tactics, but it is intimidating. Do you see the definition of it? Maybe people don't. Maybe you don't know the definition, my brother. Here, let's look at that again. You see that? You see that? Having a frightening, overgrowing, or now we're looking at the or, a threatening effect. I take that as a threat. What you take that as a threat, Thomas? I think you would. Anyways, that's just my opinion. Am I wrong? You see it now? Do you see it my way? You're not frightened. Neither am I. That's why we're going to the or. How do you maintain an empire of fear when nobody is afraid anymore? That's a good question. How do you maintain an empire of fear when nobody's afraid no more? Well, I mean, that's why, and of course, he took it down because he knows that they're going to charge him for it. And once he did that, I realized that I took it down too, because I don't want to see James Freeman get freaking caught up. I wanted to keep that up on my channel. That part, gotcha. Me too. That's why I was saying, or I'm not saying that fear, and fear is not a bad thing. You should have fear in you, ladies and gentlemen, because fear causes you to have helps you draw a line. Okay, let me give you an example. You're standing on the edge, looking at all these mountains and cliffs and shit, and you got a guardrail, and you're like, man, I could still walk 5 or 10 feet out there. Why they got this guardrail here? So you go over the guardrail and you start walking out there, and nothing happens, right? You're not scared. It didn't intimidate you, but it should have. You know why? Because the next person that ended up in it, all of a sudden the sand broke off and they just fell fucking 300 feet. Did the exact same thing you did. You just got lucky. And you gotta set a line. You gotta set a line that's gonna help you self-preserve. So fear, there's nothing wrong with having a little fear in you, okay? Because it might save your life. Chase Allen, all by himself, when he got pulled over, do you actually think he was going to get shot to death that day? Do you think if he had to do it all over again, do you think he would have took his gun? He had no intention on hurting nobody. He had no intention on shooting nobody. He was a young kid that didn't know dick. And those young, trigger-happy, tyrannical police officers killed him because he didn't have a piece of paper. Do you guys see how willing the municipalities, how far they're willing to go for their opinion? Does people remember that? Those of you that don't know Chase Allen, let me find it for you. Stand by. Utah's my dog. He's a really good man. The video that he's using, it was released from the Farmington Police Department, and it's bad shit, dog. This is Chase Allen, 20-year-old kid, my son's age. It's fucked up. See Chase Allen? Remember, this is over a piece of paper, Thomas. Well, of course you should fear God. But I don't fear him shaking like Don Knotts, scared of him. If you knew the real fear of God, you would know in Proverbs where King David wrote it, the true fear of the Lord is to bow to his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's the true fear of the Lord. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Let's take a look at this.
Explain to the media. First, I will play the video that was released by the chief. They did their editing. I did my own editing to prove that you could change the angle of any videos. And I did it with a cell phone app. Also, go check out Utah Defender. He has a lot of videos about this story. And check out
Look at that
Police
beautiful
Activities channel. They got the best footage. Please go subscribe
look at those beautiful mountains.
to their channel. Thank you. Also, the police
Remember, this is Chase Allen, man. Okay, so this is all about a piece of paper on your car.
department claims that Chase never wanted to identify and he was uncooperative. As you will see in the video that he did comply, he was exiting the vehicle when the sergeant pushed him back in. Then he gave up his passport, and that at that point, the officer should have just walked away, give him a ticket, and de-escalate the situation. But instead, he got mad because he was asserting his rights.
How's it going? Good, how are you? Good, I'm Officer Farmington Police. Reason for the stop today is there's no registration on your vehicle.
I don't need registration. I don't answer questions.
Alrighty. Davis, Fox 21. Can you have a couple more heading my way?
As a matter of fact, the Chase was the only one being very calm and professional.
You know, the Fox 21 means down here when they're using Fox in anything, Fox 21. I heard them use it down here in Taylor, and the guy told me it was used to give them a code that you might have to tase somebody. Okay, so they already look. He already had tasing in mind.
With the officers. The officers were the ones being very hostile against Chase and very unprofessional.
Is this back window roll down?
Why do you need to know that?
I just want to make sure that you're the only one in the vehicle. So here's the deal, man. I'm stopping you because there's no registration on your vehicle, and I'm requesting your identification. Okay? You are detained at this time, and you are not free to leave. Are you going to provide me your identification?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, so I'm going to take that as a no, that you're not going to provide me your identification. Is that the route we're going? Or would you like to provide your identification to me, and we can have a conversation, we can discuss the laws that you're breaking, and then we can go from there.
If you want my identification, you'll be under duress and you accept surety and trusteeship over it. Meaning you won't be responsible for any debts that you're trying to incur here.
Okay, so I'm not trying to incur any debts or anything. I'm trying to investigate why your vehicle doesn't have any registration.
1692, you are trying to incur a debt and legal action for something
Okay.
that's not allowed.
Okay,
And under
So,
Title 18, Section
here's-
245,
here's the-
traveling is a federally protected activity. in which
I understand what you're saying.
involved in.
I understand what you're saying, and what I'm telling you is that you do not have an option to identify yourself.
I do.
You are lawfully required to identify yourself. So you can provide your identification to me, and we can have a conversation about the laws that you've broken, or you can fail to identify it to me, and we can go that route too. I'm perfectly okay with either way you want to go, but the direction that this encounter goes is 100% in your hands.
Sir, Utah Code, United States Code,
Okay?
is a corporate policy
Okay.
in which you have to be contracted in to be required to follow it. Unless you
Okay.
can provide me a contract with my wet ink signature on it saying that I'm required to follow it,
Okay.
then there's
So do you
nothing
wanna-
that I'm obligated
Do you want to identify yourself to me, or do you want to go a different route?
And the driver asserted his Fifth Amendment right, which the officer did not care, and also the driver informed the officer about his rights that the officer and the Farmington Police Department do not care about.
Wonderful. Do you have a driver license as well?
I am not giving you jurisdiction.
Okay.
Do not stop. Do not detain. You are not allowed to stop me.
Let me
That's
see that.
on your list.
I didn't see what you just tried to show me. Can you show that to me again? What's this?
This is the passport. It said, do not stay, do not detain. And if you go on the first page,
Okay.
it says, the United States hereby requests all who may concern
Okay.
to commit the citizen.
Here's what I'm telling you.
United States names herein.
Here's what I'm telling you.
Without delay or hindrance.
Okay.
You are
Will you hand that to me so I can read it? You want me to look at it through this tiny crack in your
I am not
window?
handing it to you.
You're not going to hand it to me?
If I hand this to you, you accept trusteeship and surety, and you are obligated.
Sure, I'll accept trustingship if you just hand me the document so I can identify who you are, because you're required by state law.
I am not
Thank you
required
so
to-
much, Mr. Chase Allen.
That is not me. That is a piece of plastic paper.
So you have a fraudulent passport?
No. that is a
Wonderful.
piece of paper.
That's what I'm hearing.
The officer wanted the passport to read it and identify Chase, but he didn't even do either one. He did not de-escalate, and he continued with his escalation.